Hello my fellow YouTubers and subscribers, and welcome to my latest movie review, where today I review Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. A charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people. So, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. I don't know anything about D&D. I'm not well versed on it whatsoever, but I wish I was after seeing this movie. I have to admit, I had a great time with this film. It was really fun. Perfect? No, of course not. It's definitely not perfect, but I feel like, you know, for what it was just so much fun. The humour kept me going. It was really funny. The characters were delightful. There was a great sort of gang. There was a great team of people leading this film. I thought that they did a really good job. I think the cast made this film what it was for me. Chris Pine is the lead in this film. He's really cool. Michelle Rodriguez, Rege-Jean has a cameo, I guess you could say, in this film, a prolonged cameo. But I liked him very much. He's one of the guys who is kind of listed to potentially be James Bond in the future, so we'll see. Justice Smith plays Simon, who does an English accent in this film, which is really cool. Sophia Lillis, who you may remember from the It movies, or specifically the first It movie. She plays Doric, who's this magical being who can kind of phase and turn into different creatures and stuff. She's really cool. Hugh Grant plays the villain, Forge. Yeah, I like him. I think he's good. He's serviceable. There's definitely some humorous moments surrounding him as well. Chloe Coleman as Kira. Daisy Head as Safina, who's one of the villains. She's also good. Again, they're great. They're a great bunch. They're clearly having fun with the script, and we're having fun watching them. This movie is very much kind of not a parody, but it's definitely kind of a tongue-in-cheek sort of take on like a kind of Lord of the Rings plot. You know, they're going after this MacGuffin. Some of the humour is very much kind of mixing contemporary modern day language with old medieval setting. It kind of reminds me of that film Year One, where it's set during like the sort of very early days, like caveman days, and the lingo is of today's ilk. So, you know, they're all speaking like and swearing with today's language. So this kind of has the similar feeling to that, and I think, you know, it works for what this film is. They don't overdo it, which is right. They have the right balance. And this movie has a surprisingly solid emotional core. There's definitely a nice family plot that's interwoven in there. And the ending definitely prompts the feels, and I think that anybody who likes the games and cares about these characters will resonate with it. You know, it's a very simple yet effective way to kind of emotionally hook the audience, so I think that they did a good job with that. The action scenes are terrific. The visual effects look great, and again, it's just so much fun, and it's definitely encouraging me to go and play the games. So I can't compare it to the previous film that was made years ago. I haven't seen that one, but I enjoyed this film. It was a really interesting film, and the characters were all well done, and the production design looks great, and the colors, like the color palette, the color grading looks really cool. It's just a visually pleasing film. There are times when the film does kind of get bogged down by lots of exposition, so you do have to sort of keep up. You know, someone explains that, when this person got this relic and gave it to that person and transferred it to the, you know, all of the thing of who did what to who and who gave this to who, and all of that stuff gets a little bit convoluted. But I can look past that because the film's fun, and for a film like this, you kind of need to let go of some of those things. There's one particular scene where all the characters are at a grave, and they're reawakening the dead and asking them questions about what they did with this helmet. And the scene is played for laughs, which is fine, but it does go on a bit too long, I think, that scene. It can be a little bit indulgent, and it can be a little bit hard to follow some of the facts of that scene. But nonetheless, I still think that the film works on many levels. You'll have a great time, honestly, you will. It's really well directed, the script is sharp and punchy, the actors are good, and what can I say? It's a great time. There was a group of young girls who were there, presumably for someone's birthday, and they were like dancing along and singing along to some of the funny bits, and it was kind of fun to see, actually. It was really fun to see. They weren't being disruptive, but it was kind of nice to see how much the movie was engaging them. And, you know, it really makes a difference when you can get an audience to actually engage in a cinema, because, you know, you think you get that kind of reaction more with live theatre, but, you know, when you can get someone to react or applaud during a film at cinema, I mean, that's amazing. You know, not that they didn't applaud the film, but I'm just speaking generally. Honestly, I don't have a huge amount to say about it, other than I really enjoyed it, and I think that, quite frankly, it surprised me, because the trailer didn't really sell it to me, and I wasn't convinced. But after seeing the movie, I'm glad I did see it, because it's great fun. If you're looking for something to go and see this Easter, this is it. It's fun. It's pretty much good for all ages. Well, other than young kids, because there's a little bit of swearing in it. But if you want something fun, something that you don't have to think about too much, this is great. And the practical effects, there are some great practical effects as well. Some of the creatures are you know, designed with prosthetics and actual costumes. It's not all CGI, which I appreciated. So there was definitely a level of you know, design in the movie that was not solely based on the computer. So whoever did the production design of this film definitely thought about that, and I appreciate that. So to score this film, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's really good. It's really fun. Go and see it. Shout out to Nick Payne, who I saw the film with. So anyway, thank you very much all for watching this review. What do you think of it? Please comment down below. Let me know. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content in the future. Stay tuned for more stuff. And until then, I'm Pajak's Perspective. See ya. Bye for now.